Hi, I have a story for you about a little boy. So that's the boy, and he lived in China. His name was Bing. And Bing really loved flowers. So that is the flower. And Bing lived in a house. So that's his house in China. And he had a beautiful garden, right? So around the house, right, he had a garden. And in the garden, there were many flowers, right? And Bing, the boy, he really, really loved them. So that was his hobby, right? He loved flowers and he worked in the garden every day. Okay, he worked with the flowers. All right, now in China, there was an emperor. So this man, this is the emperor of China. And the emperor was old, and he thought, I'm old, and people need a new emperor, but who can be the new emperor? And he had an idea. So what did he do? The emperor took a flower seed. Now, what is a flower seed? A flower seed is very small, and you put it in the ground, right? So this is the seed, and you put it in the ground, and you give it water, and the flower seed becomes a flower, right? So this little thing, that's the seed. And the emperor took many seeds, many flower seeds. And he called all the children in China. All the children in China came to the emperor. So these are little kids. So the children came to the emperor, and the emperor took flower seeds, and he gave the seeds to the children. And he said, children, take these seeds and grow flowers from these seeds and show me your flowers, okay? And the child with the best flower will be the new emperor of China, right? The child with the best, with the most beautiful flower will be the emperor. And so he gave seeds to all the children, and he gave one seed to Bing. And Bing was really happy because he was really good with flowers, right? That was his hobby. He loved flowers. And he thought, I will be the new emperor of China. That's wonderful. And so Bing came home, and he took a flower pot. Now this is a flower pot, and he put some dirt in the pot, and he put the seed in the pot, and then he gave it water, right? That's water. And he waited for 7 days, for a week, right? But nothing happened, right? There was no flower. And he waited another week and another week, but there was no flower. The pot was empty, right? That's the name of the story, empty pot. So the pot was empty. Well, there was dirt, but there was no flower. And then Bing took another pot. So he took a bigger pot, and he put some dirt in the pot, and he put the seed in the pot. And the dirt was the best dirt in China. It was really good. And he gave it water. And he waited again. He waited for a month. That's 30 days, right? 2 months. But again, nothing happened, and the pot was empty. And Bing was really unhappy, and he was worried, and he did not understand the situation. What was the problem? Where's the flower? And then all the children in China came to the emperor, and all the children had pots, right? All the kids had pots, and in the pots they had beautiful flowers. All of them. They had big, beautiful flowers. And Bing had nothing, and he didn't want to go to the emperor. But Bing had a father, and his father said, Bing, you should go. Take your pot and go to the emperor. And so Bing said, all right, Dad. And he took his empty pot and he went to the emperor. And there were lots of kids there, and they all had their beautiful flowers, but the emperor was not happy about the flowers. He looked at the children and he looked at the flowers, but he did not smile. Then the emperor looked at Bing, and he looked at his empty pot, and he said, hello, boy, what is that? Your pot is empty. Why? And Bing said, I don't know why. I don't understand. I put the seed in the pot and I gave it water. Nothing happened. Then I put the seed in a bigger pot and I used the best dirt in China and I gave it water again and I waited, but nothing happened. I don't know why. And then the emperor smiled and he said, well, children, the seeds that I gave you, they were bad, right? The seeds were bad. They were cooked. So what is cooked? Well, the emperor took the seeds and he put them in hot water, and the seeds died, of course, right? And so the emperor said, children, the seeds that I gave you, they were bad. They were cooked. So I don't know why you have all these flowers. But you, my boy, you're good. You're a good kid. And you're the new emperor. And that's the end of the story.